Brodie Brazil with Drew Amenda back here at the tank. It was a 3-1 Sharks victory. In this one, they buried the empty netter, hence the 3-1 score
goodness.
versus 2-1 like we saw yesterday. But Drew, that brings me to the second half of a back-to-back. Sharks going up against the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions. If there was going to be a clunker game, if there was going to be an excuse game where maybe they didn't bring it, they didn't win it, it would have been tonight.
Yeah.
They won the game.
Yeah.
I think this is a statement that goes along with anything else they've done recently.
Well, Ryan Warsofsky, before the game, I asked him about the way that the Sharks are playing now, that style that he wanted, that forechecking style that they showed against the Winnipeg Jets, playing with that pace, playing physical. And he said, we're playing a more mature game now. And they are playing a more mature game because what happened after the end of the first, where the Sharks were really good in the first period, the Florida Panthers, they pushed back. They're the two-time Stanley Cup champions. They know how to push back. They play heavy, they play hard, they get in on the forecheck, and they are physical. The Sharks would have broken last year. It would have been another game where it was maybe the 3-1s the other way. Maybe even more. But a couple things. One, there are times you can call this game goaltending. There are times when the goaltender makes the world of difference. And maybe, as we talked about last week, Randy mentioned it last week when Yaro had a really great game, said maybe this was the coming out party for Yaroslav Askarov.
This added to it.
Certainly. His last 3 games, check his numbers.
Look at the Sharks, 5 games in a row, now 6 games in a row, that they have allowed 2 or fewer goals to the opponent in regulation. It is unbelievable, not only that they're scoring goals, but what they're doing defensively. However, I want to get back to your point. First period, Sharks all over chances. The forecheck was great. In fact, that's how they got the Celebrini goal. Smitty on the forecheck found Macklin. What can't this kid do right now? He's dangerous.
I don't know.
He's driving the net. He's doing all the right things.
I know that.
We've run out of things to say, maybe.
And those two guys together, I really believe their relationship off the ice.
It matters.
Blooms and makes this relationship on the ice so much better. But the other thing with Macklin is he's so singularly driven to win games. Now, he knows that if he scores, they got a great chance to win games. That he is an offensive driver. He knows his role. He knows what he's supposed to do. He just plays through everything. Took the stick in the teeth last night. Took a hard cross check to the ribs. Not called. Today, still driving, playing, blocking shots late in the game. When you watch Macklin and you watch Will, you watch the way this team is starting to feed off each other. I'll go back to what we talked about yesterday when Alex Wenberg said they believe in each other. Last night, Vincent Desharnais, we know who we are. And that's a very powerful thing in a room.
It's not just Mac and Will, though. I mean, take tonight also, for example, Orlov's point shot, tipped out front by Gaudette. Those two players also finding ways to contribute. And maybe not in the top way, not leading the NHL in points, but they're right here leading this team in all the important thing that matters.
And the other aspect about that line, by the way, Gaudette with Reeves and Barkley, they got momentum back a lot of times. They got the puck deep. On that goal, the Sharks have been getting killed on the faceoffs. Okay, Gaudette gets the faceoff back. Jones goes up for Florida to get it, and Barkley puts pressure on him, forces the poor clear, doesn't clear. Bang, gets to the point and gets to the front of net. But Gaudette, from the center ice position, he goes to the net. And that's what you have to do. Basic, smart, straight ahead hockey.
The only blemish for Askarov in this game was that weird play where the mask got knocked off a little bit by Orlov, and it looked like Askey was like half blinded, so he said, I got to ditch this thing. And then Brad Marchand finds a way to tuck it in, the easiest goal he's probably ever scored. And that goal, there was a little discussion from the bench, and there's quite a bit, but the mask getting knocked off is Orlov trying to take, I think it was Lundell going to the net, and Orlov hits him, brushes against him, and really the mask coming off had no bearing on the goal being scored, so that's why the goal counted. Although I will say this, and you know I complain about referees all the time, that's the old coach in me, but the Sharks persevered through some calls that should have gone their way and some that didn't. And again, a maturity over with the San Jose Sharks. They got a little upset when Macklin got cross-checked in the ribs, and not only that, he got interfered with, then he got cross-checked in the ribs, and the referees didn't call it. Don't the stars in this league deserve those calls?
Well,
and Macklin's he's not there in the referee's mind yet?
I guess they haven't been paying attention in the league. And the bench went a little, Ryan Warsofsky get a little hot, and then they calmed down. The bench calmed down, and they were able to, listen, they survived this game. They weren't like they were as good as they were yesterday. They survived this game, and the Florida Panthers put a ton of pressure on them because the Florida Panthers are the Florida Panthers. But goaltending is still a part of this game. And they did some things like selling out that penalty kill. Late was like the 5-on-3,
Yep.
great, and then late, great. And Desharnais blocking shots, and Mario Ferraro going down and blocking passes, and the forwards blocking shots. They survived this game, but in that, they showed a way that sometimes you just got to grind. You just got to try to grind through the pressure that the other team's bringing.
Final thing, Drew. I'm trying to temper myself right
now.
Me
too.
It's early in the season. Yeah. There's a lot of hockey still to be played. We know there's going to be highs and lows of this campaign in general, but right now, how can I not enjoy this part of it?
Well, think about
we haven't felt this way in years.
Exactly.
Right? Like, I don't want to say we deserve this, but they have accomplished this, and we're having fun with this.
Absolutely. You know who deserves it? Our Sharks fans. Tonight, at the end of the game, buzzing. And the penalty kill, and then when Wenberg scored, the place went crazy.
Finally got an empty netter.
Exactly.
It's been a while. We need the empty netters.
You're right. It's been a long road back, and it looks like the Sharks are on that first mile of maybe being back on the highway. And so, you know what? Yeah,
enjoy it, right?
Enjoy it. You deserve it.
All right.
I don't know if we deserve it, but you definitely do.
Well, we get paid to do this, so that's part of it too. Drew, have a great road trip. Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
All right.